Hello YouTube, this is Jay here, and this is my 12-gallon planted aquarium, and as you can see, it is an absolute mess. It is completely overrun with algae on the walls of the aquarium, and also hair algae is dominating the tank. At this point, if the problem gets this bad, most people will just give up. But I am not going to give up just yet. I'm going to try a couple things. Now the reason it got this out of hand is because I only get to come home about once a week. So I cannot follow up this tank closely and see it develop. And so yeah. I came home after a week, and this is the state of the tank. So I'm going to try some stuff to try to fix it. Maybe it'll work, maybe it's too far gone at this point. But that is how it is now, and I'll show you a couple things I'll try. So yeah, it's a complete mess at the moment. Okay, step one of getting rid of the hair algae problem. I'm going to take a toothbrush. I'm going to scrub out as much algae as I can. So hair algae is one of those things that are fairly easy for manual removal. So I'm going to take this in, I'm going to just wave around and fish out as much algae as I can. That is step one. Okay, I have removed most of the algae that I can. I have fished them out over here. And step two is I brought a whole bunch of stuff from my turtle tank. So what I've got here is basically competition for the algae. So I added a couple more ramshorn snails. I've added my blue velvet shrimp. And inside here I have duckweed, elodea, hornwort, and some riccia. So basically I got a bunch of floating plants. There's some foxtail. There's some foxtail there. Some elodea. And this is riccia. I already have some riccia in there, but I'll grow these guys free floating. And there's a bunch of duckweed intermixed in there. So I'm adding competition for the algae. So that is what I'm going to do. So basically what I'm doing is I'm adding creatures that eat algae, and I'm adding plants that are going to compete with the algae for nutrients. So they're going to go straight in here. Okay, now that these guys are added, I'm going to do about 20% water change. That is step 3. And then step 4 would be to wait and see if this has any effect on the algae growth. I also added a clump of willow moss, free floating. So yep, that is my first strategy of trying to defeat the hair algae. Let's see if this works. Okay, so what I have here is an amano shrimp. And this, of course, is a well-known algae-eating type of cleaner crew animal that you can have in your tank. And I did not buy him. Actually, this guy used to be in my 6-gallon planted tank. And when I broke it down, what I did was I moved everything that was living in my 6-gallon tank into my turtle tank. And I even forgot that this guy existed. And I was just cleaning out my turtle tank today. I was just doing some maintenance. And I saw this guy swimming around. He was still alive. Now, initially I put all of these fish and whatever in my refugium area. But this guy was actually living in the turtle compartment of my turtle tank. So I guess he was fast enough to evade the turtles trying to eat him. And he's been living all this time in there. And now I found him again. So guess what? Since I'm having a huge algae problem in my 12-gallon planted aquarium, I will be putting this guy in there. and hopefully he will help clean up some of the algae I'm having. So yeah, that was a pretty pleasant surprise today.